Good morning.
Some more conversations on photography.
Yes.
Do you have anything else on your mind?
No, just you could talk about photography.
All right. Well, I'm not really traditionally trained. I've taken a lot of photography courses, and my brother actually helps teach digital photography at the high school. And so this past summer, I was helping with the photography camp, um, which was out of my league because they went and used the old analog cameras, and I'm not all that familiar with developing film. So there was a number of days where I'd help the students load the film, and we'd go out and shoot, and nothing developed at all. So I'm hoping the students were able to learn from the experience. Even failure will teach you something. But I know they enjoyed themselves, especially compared to this year where students aren't able to gather in camps. So I mainly focused on the idea that photography is painting with light. And so there's a lot of things you can capture and a lot of things you can leave out depending on the frame you use and the amount of contrast you allow into the camera. I think it is really interesting, though. Each student has their own style.
Which light do you prefer to use? Which light, do you use the sun or do you use like studio light? Which light? What kind do you like?
For me, natural light is always preferred just because it's so intense. It's hard to...
Like the sun? Do you mean the sun? The sun lighting?
Yeah, yeah. It allows you to get the most detail out of any shot just because it's so intense.
Now, if you say natural light, do you mean like, for instance, the day one, some like, or the night ones? Again, like which one is like the sun? Like what I mean? Like when the sun was up on top of us, or like the sunset, sunrise is like the perfect picture because you know it orbits around. Do you understand? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
I do. Like most photographers, I like the golden hours, which tend to occur um, around 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning and around 5 to 7 o'clock in the evening. But once the sun is getting a little closer to the horizon, it just casts more of a golden hue across everything. When it's directly above, you don't get the shadows the same way, and you just get more of an intense, bright light that you have to fight.
Yeah,
I also like to shoot in overcast.
but where, like, okay, the natural, like, I mean, they have a good lighting, the natural lighting at the sun, when it lights up, it's really perfect and it makes the pictures more, like really, it has the perfect touch into it. It's really, and sometimes, the setting in Sacramento, wait, no, Santo, wait, they have during the afternoon or evening. Yeah, I want to say like around during night, evening. It's like a pink blue setting, It's makes the orange. It's like a wow, it's just really, really beautiful. I feel like it's just perfect right there. And taking pictures is really nice, that setting over there.
You know, that again depends on the time of day, especially if you're shooting like on the water, like anywhere on the East Coast. It's probably more preferable to do sunset because then you have the sun behind you who's taking the photo, casting a light over your subject and possibly the water, versus California where you'd probably want to do sunrise. But like Arizona and New Mexico, I don't know if it's the terrain, but they probably have some of the more beautiful just skies. And it feels like for a longer amount of time, like their golden hour across their skies have so many colors. And it's really fantastic.
Yeah, it truly is. You know, sometimes, my house, it's like the settings right there in the sun. It's really nice. We have a good fact. Uh, but the problem is, the sun sometimes goes over us. It's not in front of us. It doesn't go from to back. So I need to take pictures of the other way, it's really nice, small, but sometimes it doesn't, the sun does not go how I want it to go, how I want it. I want it to go from front to back, but it goes from side to side.
And they make these reflector screens that kind of allow you uh, to redirect some of that sunlight into the direction you'd like it. If you have some, like I'm imagining if you're around trees and there's just too much shade, then you can take a reflector and aim it at your subject and reflect that natural sunlight to where you need it to be. But otherwise, yeah, you're really dependent on the sun
And
and where it's shining. We were just driving. I'm from the state of Virginia, and my partner was commenting on how lush it is. But one of my favorite things to shoot is when there's a lot of overcast. So when the storms are coming in, and so the sun is kind of blocked out, so it mutes the sky, and it makes all the greenery pop a lot more.
moon, 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 moon.